everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this is part 2 of my review of the DJI Mini 5 Pro. Now if you haven't watched part 1 of my Mini 5 Pro review, go watch it because I put this through some impossible tasks, and well, one of the impossible tasks caused it to crash and I broke the gimbal, so I mailed it away on a Tuesday to DJI Repair because I did have DJI Care Refresh, and guess what? That was on a Tuesday, and on a Friday this showed up, a brand new one, which is now this one. So to me, that was impressively fast service for DJI Care Refresh here in my country of Canada. Anyways, now I can get on with part 2. So I took this out and I did a few more little odds and ends with it, and I'm going to show you that now. This is going to be the part of the video where we test out the smart return to home on the DJI Mini 5 Pro. So let me just spin here. See these trees? This is something no human on the planet would ever do. But say you had your Mini 5 Pro in a forest and you took off and there was trees all around and you flew it out and up and you hit return to home. Well, you want it to come back without crashing into the trees, right? Well, the Mini 5 Pro has a smart return to home that should allow for that. So let me show you my plan. So for this test, I have the Mini 5 Pro down here, and I will normally take off and just fly it forward. But when it comes back to land, it has a problem because there's trees above it all over the place. So it has to come back through these trees and then land over here. So I'm hoping that when the Mini 5 comes back, I'm going to send it out that way, comes back, it misses this tree up here and this tree back there and just comes through the trees and lands over here. All right, I've got 31 satellites, so we should be good. Let's start up the motors. And oh, it's sliding on an angle here. Let me move over here really quick. We're gonna go up. Ooh, I almost hit my little case in the front. And then what I have to do, home point is updated, so I'm just gonna fly it forward. Go forward. And get out to my other camera over here and then straight up. And then out. I'm gonna go all the way out to the field. I'm heading out to this little forested area and I will stop just above it. Okay, so this is it, baby. Let us try out the return to home. So I'm gonna hit the return to home button on here. It should come back. There we go. Okay, now as you can see, it's pretty windy out as well. Look at the trees bristling in the wind. I can feel it on my back. Looking at my screen display, it shows where home is and the drone has to come down. You see what I mean? Look at the trees right there. There's no way a drone can land with those trees. So it's going to have to come down before the trees, and then it should come under the trees and then back to the landing pad. So far it looks good. Yeah, it's doing it. I don't see it hitting anything yet. It notices obstacles. And look at that. So once again, I'm comparing things with the Mini 4 Pro, and the Mini 4 Pro has nothing like this, so this is pretty darn decent. It's not 100% accurate because it did slide off the takeoff pad. Well, actually it is pretty accurate because when it took off, it slid down this way and went about here and then straight up. So it's pretty accurate. So I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Now, one of the most popular questions I received when I did my part 1 video of the Mini 5 Pro is, so you hear that beeping sound? You can hear it in my microphone. Many people have tried to turn off the beeping sound by turning off the obstacle avoidance. So if you look at my screen right here, I'll show you what happens. You'll see there's a bit of a problem. So I press on the 3 dots. I go to bypass breaker off. I'm going to turn it off. There we go. Disable, not recommended. And now my obstacle avoidance is off. But listen, you can still hear the beeping coming from here. So if you look at my head on my screen here, you see this red glow over the top, you know, this halo, and then around the bottom. That's the obstacle avoidance. So you have to turn that off to stop the beeping. So you hit the 3 dots and then you go down to radar map, display radar map, turn that off. I'll bring this close and watch what happens. No more beeping. Yeah, so question answered. All right, on to the next segment. Now this is the part of the video we're going to see how good the active track is. So we have two individuals here. We have Jacques and we have DJI Steve, and I'm going to go stand by them and I'm going to put the active track on to only follow me and see if it confuses any of our faces since we're all wearing ball caps. Here we go. DJI Steve was worried I'd crash into his head, but there's obstacle avoidance on here. It's got bypass. It goes around your head. All right, so let me just put it over here. You should see the three of us here. Steve, I'm going to come right over here, right in this area.
Come on in.
Squeeze in nice and tight. Get close, everybody. So I'm going to have it track the good-looking guy.
Okay.
So.
Okay. You want me to walk this way?
No, this good-looking guy. Hang on a sec. I'm going to trace myself. There we are. Spotlight is on, and I'm just going to move. Okay, so you two gentlemen move either direction, so it stays on me. And I just want to make sure it's working. I'm just going to move this way towards Jacques. Yes. And this way towards DJI Steve. But here's the trick. Go back to the pole.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the trick now. You see, yeah, you see Jacques and Steve over here? Yeah. I'm going to fade out. So close in, block me, block me. Here. Let's see if it still has me.
I can see tears coming down. It's unhappy.
Oh, let's see, does it find me? Oh, it found me, it found me.
Yep.
Okay, so let me go behind you again. Humans, it found Jacques. It's not picking Steve.
No, it's following you.
But it's got me again.
Wow.
Okay, well, are you guys all as impressed as I am?
Oh, yep. That's. I thought I lost you for a second, but it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. I'll go hide behind the post because I'm so skinny. Hang on. There we go.
Block you a little bit.
Block it. There you go. You can't see me now. Now it's lost. It doesn't know where I am. And I'm just going to come walking out. And let's see if it even finds me here. It's got me! All right, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't follow you guys. And the last thing to try is I'm just going to stand here. Both of you walk either direction again. Just walk that way, walk that way. Yeah, it doesn't follow you at all. And if you, and I'm going to come over to you.
Here, let's cross maybe.
Let's cross. No, it's still got just me. That's it. All right, thumbs up again. All right, let's see how this baby flies in absolute darkness. Right now I have a spotlight on me over here. It's coming from my house, but if I stop moving, that spotlight is going to turn off. But if we walk this way, we'll find our little Mini 5 Pro, which is way down here, and it's all set to go. Let's launch this baby in the dark, and we'll see how it does.
Take off. Home point updated.
All right, so we see the light comes on automatically underneath. I'll pick it up. There we go. And let's see how well the camera works. There we go.
Obstacle sensing unavailable.
So it tells me the sensors for obstacle avoidance is not working, so try not to smash into anything. So let's see this. Got it going forward. Is it going to hit me? Oh, it went around me. That's good. So the LiDAR is working up front. Okay, I'm going to crank up the level of difficulty. I'm going to turn off the light. There we go, pitch blackness. There you go. So you can see my house, my patio door, but the drone really can't see anything. I don't even know if my hat cam picks up the drone. There it is. Flying forward, there's a fence at the other end. Is it going to crash into it? It sees it. There we go. It stopped just in time. I was a little worried. I don't know if you can see it. There's the moon over there, but there's a tree up here. Does it see the tree? I'm going to go under here and follow it. Or we're going to hit the tree. Now, I got this on full forward. It's not going. So that's good. And once again, that is the LiDAR working because the vision sensors do not work in the dark. So if I fly this sideways, it will fly right into the fence. It can only work forward. All right, and if I take it away up to look over my house, there's a light up there. Light goes off, and there we go. I can look at the cars coming down the street. There we are. I should have a zoom happening too if I want. Zoom in the dark. There's my neighbor's house. They have lights on it just like my house has lights. I can zoom into that. This in the pitch blackness. Looks pretty good. And we'll go this way. Look down the street. Oh, there's another lit up house over there. Let's look over at that one. And we'll zoom into that one. There we are. Zoom in, zoom out. It's pretty good. High enough not to hit anything. Oh, that house is lit up. Bright lights in their backyard here. Same as that house. Geez, a lot of houses have the lights on them. I should light mine up that bright. All right. Okay. It's not even Christmas. Let's bring my little drone back. And it should light itself up. There we go. You see where it is? Looks like a little alien. And there we go. So here I am. It's lighting me up. The drone is causing light to be placed on me. And I'm going to go really slow towards me, and hopefully it doesn't crash into me. There we go. It stopped. It's showing it can't get closer. All right. Let's go land this baby.
Landing.
So we have our Mini 5 Pro up here, and I cannot recall for the life of me if the Mini 4 Pro had the Waypoint option, because I never used it. I'm not a big Waypoint guy, but this one here has waypoints and point of interest, and it might also exist on the Mini 4 Pro, but I can't remember. And because I can't remember and I'm out in the field, I'm just going to show you it now on the Mini 5 Pro really fast. I don't know if it's a new feature or an old feature. So if you look at my screen, if you want to do waypoints, you have to hit what I call the snake on the left-hand side. Tap on that, and you'll see your waypoint options come up. So you have your C1 button at the back here. You just press that to add a waypoint. So say I wanted to add the drone sitting here staring at my face as a waypoint. You probably don't want to do that, because if it's off a little bit, it's going to chop your face. So what you should do is let's just take it back and take it up and have the camera look down at me. There we are. Okay. Now I'm going to hit the C1 button, waypoint. See, it shows up at the bottom. Now let's take it to waypoint number 2. So I'm at waypoint 2, looking at the top of the roof, and I am just going to bring the camera down a little bit so it looks like that, and hit waypoint 2. You'll see it appears at the bottom, and now let's take it up a little higher, and we're going to go over and do waypoint 3. I honestly don't know how many waypoints you can do, because I'm not a waypoint guy. I don't really have any use for waypoints whatsoever. I like to fly the drone myself. Now I'm higher up, and I'm going to look more down at the roof like that, right like that. Okay, there's waypoint 3, and we'll do one more really quick. And don't worry, I'm going to make this sequence go by really fast, because I'm going to put it in fast speed. So waypoint 3 is going to be all the way over here. There we are. And I'm going to spin the drone around so that it looks at the water. We want a beautiful shot of that water. There we are. So I'll look down at it. Waypoint. I guess it's 4 waypoints. There, we're done. So I don't have to bring the drone back to me, because I could just go over to the right-hand side and click next, and just tell it to start. So a few things you have to notice. At the bottom, I have it at 9 kilometers per hour speed. That's really good for waypoints, but I want to get this over fast, so I am going to pick the speed up to, I don't know, let's go way up to like 50, 70, 18 kilometers an hour. I want it to return to home afterwards. If it loses signal, return to home. And I want it to start at waypoint number 1. So I press go, it's going to come back to waypoint 1. So here we go. Press go. And here it goes. Do I have the record on to show you? But at least you can see my screen. So it should fly back to me, because I start at waypoint 1 here looking at me. So it should come back and look at me. So it's going to have to lose some height to come down to waypoint 1. You can see it coming down. And you see why I said don't have it really close to your head? It would chop off your head. So see, it comes down nice. And it's looking for me. Am I? There I am there. And it's gone, gone, gone. The cool thing is as it flies, it's going to rotate into the position you wanted it to be in to take the actual video. So if you look at my screen, it's pointing the wrong direction, but it's turning in flight so that it's going to orient itself to the proper direction for your waypoint number 2. So waypoint 2, I wanted it to look at all those solar panels on the roof of the building, and I wanted it to look as it is here. And it's put itself in that position. Looks good. And then in waypoint number 3, I want it to spin the other way and look the opposite direction at all the solar panels. So it's going to spin, and as we see it, it should look at the solar panels from the angle I asked it to. And then after it finishes that waypoint, which is good, after it finishes that waypoint, now it's going to go over to the water. And there we go. And you see I have it going at a fast speed. If you had this going at a slow speed, only use slow speed if you have the waypoints really close to each other. But if they're far away, crank up the speed like I did. Probably even go even faster. So now it's got to go over to the water. And say I had that going in between trees and stuff like that, it doesn't work very well. No, it's trying to make a straight line. So if I had objects in between my waypoints, it's going to see objects and it's going to try to go around them, but it's not very good at it when it's doing waypoints. So it's probably just going to stop and then you're going to have to take over yourself. So always keep it up in the air. And here we go. Here's our water. There we go. So that's what I asked for. And then finally the last thing will be return to home, which is going to come back wherever I started it from,
Turn to home.
over there, which is also the parking lot. So let's see where the return to home is pointing, and yeah, it looks like it's coming back over to the parking lot. So we'll let it go really quick. But that was just pretty much waypoints. You can cancel the return home at any time just by pressing the H button, and that's what I'm going to do as it gets closer. But that was waypoints, and I apologize if the Mini 4 Pro has the waypoints exactly the same as this because I can't recall. So I might have showed you something you already know. All right, she's coming down on my head. There we go. She's going over to the spot it took off from right over there. I'm just gonna hit this, kill it, and bring it back to me over here. And of course you can click on your waypoints. If I click on next, you can save your waypoints if you wish. You can do it again. You could start at any waypoint you want. So I could start at waypoint 1, 2, or 3, do it again. And if I go over to the left-hand side, I can then save the waypoints here. There we go. And you could hit save. And I want to tell you something really cool about saving the waypoints. Let me just go save. I'm not going to give it a name. It's just going to have the date. You will get an option the very first time you save, and it wants to know if you want to save these waypoints to use on other DJI drones. So just say yes. In other words, it's going to put it in the cloud. And if you have another DJI drone, like a Mavic 3 that does waypoints, you can call it up. So you can do them with the Mini, call up the same waypoints on the Mini, on the Mavic 3. And you know what I'm getting at. But there is one question I can answer even before you ask it. And the question is, can I fly this baby with my Goggles N3 or the DJI Goggles 3? Well, at the making of this video, I'll put the date below. I think it's in September, the making of this video. There is no update to use this baby with FPV goggles, but it's coming. So with all that said, I'm going to put links to this product below. Go check it out. If you live in the United States, it's hard to get right now, but I'm sure by Christmas time or shortly after, you'll be able to get this. Every place else in the world, you can get it. So check the links below to get one for yourself. And as I mentioned in my previous video, this will not be on sale on Boxing Day or Christmas. The price you see right now is the price it will be. But things like the Mini 4 Pro, the previous model, is on sale now, and it will be further on sale at Christmas time and Boxing Day, and it's also a good buy, so I have links to that below as well. So with all that said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in a future video with many more cool product reviews. Until then, I say bye!